Every time you turn on your car, you're relying on a complex system that ensures your engine doesn't overheat and break down. The engine cooling system is one of the most important but often overlooked components of your vehicle. Without it, the engine would quickly overheat and fail. But how exactly does this system work? In today's video, we'll take a closer look at how an engine cooling system keeps your car running smoothly and efficiently. The role of the engine cooling system. The primary job of the engine cooling system is simple: to maintain the engine at a safe operating temperature. When an engine runs, it generates a tremendous amount of heat due to the combustion of fuel. If left unchecked, this heat can cause serious damage to engine components like the pistons, valves, and gaskets. The cooling system prevents this by continuously drawing heat away from the engine, dissipating it through the radiator, and keeping everything running within the ideal temperature range, typically between 190 degrees Fahrenheit to 220 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 degrees Celsius to 104 degrees Celsius, the main components of the cooling system. The engine cooling system consists of several key components that work together to regulate the engine's temperature. Let's break down each part and see how it contributes to the overall process. The radiator. The radiator is the heart of the cooling system. It acts as the main heat exchanger, where the hot coolant from the engine is cooled down before being recirculated back into the engine. The radiator is made up of a series of thin metal fins, typically made from aluminum, that allow heat to dissipate into the surrounding air. Coolant, a mixture of water and antifreeze, circulates through the engine block, absorbing heat from the combustion process. The water pump. The water pump is responsible for circulating the coolant through the entire engine cooling system. It pumps the coolant from the radiator through the engine and back again. Powered by the engine's crankshaft via a serpentine belt, the water pump ensures a constant flow of coolant, preventing overheating. Without the water pump, the coolant would not circulate, and the engine would quickly overheat. The thermostat. The thermostat is a temperature-sensitive valve located between the engine and the radiator. Its job is to regulate the flow of coolant based on the engine's temperature. When the engine is cold, the thermostat remains closed, preventing coolant from entering the radiator. Once the engine reaches its optimal temperature, around 190 degrees Fahrenheit to 220 degrees Fahrenheit, the thermostat opens, allowing coolant to flow into the radiator for cooling. If the engine gets too hot, the thermostat opens wider to allow more coolant flow, ensuring the engine temperature remains stable. The cooling fan. When you're driving at high speeds, the air passing through the radiator provides enough cooling. But when the car is idling or moving slowly, the cooling fan comes into play. The fan pulls air through the radiator, increasing airflow and helping the radiator dissipate heat more effectively. In most modern vehicles, the cooling fan is electric, meaning it is powered independently of the engine. The coolant. Coolant, also known as antifreeze, is the lifeblood of the engine cooling system. It's a mixture of water and chemicals designed to absorb heat and prevent freezing in cold temperatures. Coolant is usually a combination of ethylene glycol or propylene glycol, which helps the fluid circulate smoothly through the system without freezing in winter or boiling over in summer. The overflow reservoir. The overflow reservoir plays a vital role in preventing coolant from spilling over when the engine gets too hot. As the coolant heats up and expands, the excess fluid is pushed into the reservoir. If the engine cools down and the coolant contracts, it's pulled back into the system. This helps maintain the correct coolant level and pressure within the engine. How the system maintains temperature. The engine cooling system continuously regulates the engine temperature through a dynamic process. Whether you're driving on a hot summer day in traffic or cruising down the highway, the system adapts to changing conditions. When you're in heavy traffic, the cooling system relies more on the cooling fan to maintain temperature. Conversely, when you're driving at high speeds, the natural airflow through the radiator is sufficient. This adaptability ensures that the engine is always running at the optimal temperature for performance and longevity. Why cooling system maintenance is important. Regular maintenance of the cooling system is critical to ensuring that your engine operates efficiently and does not overheat. Over time, hoses can crack, leaks can develop, or the coolant can degrade. A simple coolant flush, hose inspection, and checking for leaks can prevent costly damage to the engine. It's essential to keep an eye on your coolant levels and the condition of the cooling system components. The importance of the pressure cap. One often overlooked component of the cooling system is the radiator cap, also known as the pressure cap. This small but vital part helps regulate the pressure within the cooling system. The radiator pressure cap is designed to maintain a specific pressure, typically around 15 pounds per square inch inside the cooling system. By increasing the pressure within the system, the cap raises the boiling point of the coolant, allowing the engine to operate at higher temperatures without boiling over. If the pressure cap is faulty or the seal is worn, it can cause coolant to boil prematurely or leak out, leading to engine overheating. A malfunctioning cap can also result in air entering the system, which can lead to air pockets and an inefficient cooling process. Cooling system leaks and their impact. Leaks in the cooling system are another common issue that can lead to engine overheating. The cooling system is a closed-loop system, and any leak can cause a loss of coolant, reducing the system's ability to maintain the engine's temperature. Leaks can occur in several places: the radiator itself, the hoses, the water pump, or even the thermostat housing. Even a small leak can cause significant damage over time. If the coolant level drops too low, it reduces the ability of the system to absorb and dissipate heat, causing the engine to overheat. It's important to regularly inspect the cooling system for signs of leaks, such as coolant stains or puddles under the vehicle, and address them promptly. The impact of driving conditions on the cooling system. The performance of the engine cooling system can also be influenced by driving conditions. In stop-and-go traffic, for example, the engine can generate more heat because the vehicle is idling for extended periods, and the cooling fan has to work harder to keep the temperature in check. Similarly, driving in hot weather places more strain on the system, as the air passing through the radiator may not be enough to cool the coolant quickly enough. Conclusion: why the cooling system is crucial for engine health. The engine cooling system may not be the most glamorous part of your car, but it's certainly one of the most important. Without it, the engine would quickly become damaged by excess heat, and your vehicle would be out of action. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more automotive tips and insights. Have any questions about your engine cooling system? Drop them in the comments below and we'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching and drive safely.